to the Pizza Ninjas Community Show, which is a day earlier than normal. Those are stacked reasons for that. First and foremost, today is the final day to submit your Pizza Pet maps for the Map Ballerina map competition. That is due. We just announced we announced previously that it was due today, but specifically it's due midnight Eastern time. We did an announcement tweet that we're going to go over quite a bit in this video. That way everybody is caught up. And just to catch you up for that after the deadline tonight, voting will be ongoing. And for voting will be ongoing. And once all the winners are decided, then it will be announced on the Ordinal Show on Wednesday. So that's kind of the plan on how everything's going to how everything's going to look, and be expecting some details and some more map previews in this episode. With that being said, before we dive in, what's going on, Fred? How's it going today, man?
Good, man. I'm excited. This is my last stream out of this place. I'm gonna move.
Oh,
so yeah, who knows? Who knows what the next apartment will bring? But more importantly, we're gonna run through some of these submissions that we didn't cover last week that came in the last couple days. And as always, I will be unfiltered and tell you what I love and what I don't love. But mostly, it's gonna be all love, I think.
I mean, anybody who learned Figma just to do this process, like, I mean, shout out to you. Like, that shows that you go above and beyond for things like this. Before going into some of the recent submissions, though, I do want to just again highlight the plan here, right? So, deadline is midnight tonight. After that, it's voting will be open for 24 hours, and then the winners will be announced on the Ordinal Show on Wednesday. And we kind of broke down just a reminder of how you're going to win. The first place is the most engaged map, which is when it says team audited, that just means like we're going to check for bots, we're going to check for cheating, gaming, payment, all that. The second is going to be a core team vote. And then the third team is going to be a community vote in the Pizza Ninjas Discord channel. If you're a Pizza Ninja watching this and you're going to vote, which we encourage you to vote, make sure, just to get more people involved, let more people know about it. And the more community engagement we have, the more, things like this will run in the future. But if you're going to vote, there's going to be a Discord channel specifically for this that's going to go open tonight, and it'll be really straightforward. One of our developers is actually setting this up for us as we speak, just to make it super clean and nice and easy to catch along with. Speaking of Pizza Ninjas, we got Shin in the chat. Can't AI create a map? If you can make AI create a better map than what I previously see, knock yourself out. I think the problem is like it's still not that good. Like it might make something more aesthetic, but using the framework of what like the dimensions of the blocks and all that, I don't see AI being able to do that yet, but we shall see. So it gets submitted for tonight. Is there anything else on that you want to say before I move on, Fred?
Chris, well, about the AI creation, I think you plugged in your map in an AI as well that you're making. And I think obviously it's not there yet to have a full map made in Figma and all that, but it can help you as like a creative director or co-creative director, I think, if you get stuck. So you should definitely use that if you're running tight on hours before submission. As per usual, people tend to leave it to the last minute, or some people do. Back when I used to go to college, best believe I didn't submit things in time. So yeah, I'm curious how many submissions will come back in the next couple of hours. And that's it. That's all I want to add.
Do tomorrow. That was my college my college quote. Like if it's due tomorrow, then you do tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah. I did forget to mention that there's going to be a bonus random draw for any submission to win. So if I saw somebody the other day say like, basically they saw somebody's map and they're like, man, I can't, there's no way I'll be able to beat this. Well, just remember there's still a random draw, right? I thought that this was on the page, but yeah, there's still a random draw one. So for any that are submitted, you have a chance. Here it is. Wake, which is a ninja, said, this is why I didn't even bother making one for the comp epic, but it was obviously complimenting Scion. But at the end of the day, if Wake were to submit, he could win an immortal just from submitting if he gets picked on that random draw. So that's important to remember. With all that being said, let's catch up on what we haven't seen yet. So obviously, me and Fred did a Discord session last Friday. Basically, if there's any questions, anybody coming in last minute and all that, I thought it went great. And we answered whatever questions that were had. And so since then, there's been obviously more submissions. This one has my heart a little bit because her son made the Battle Arena map, and he explained it. He loves Pizza Pets. He helped with the game, and awesome. So let's check out what her son did.
Cool.
Lava part with lavas and volcanoes, and two pink people kissing and having marriage. Then on the and these are like trees that are burnt. And then over here I have a jungle with mountains and another marriage on top of a mountain with two gold ones and a water guy inside the water. And then over here I have Bitcoin mining machines for the city, and the city is on the right. And then you can see after that below it I have my place with snow and mountains and pine trees, and then a secret ninja protecting it. And that's my island.
Dude, I love the secret ninja protecting it. That's like a kid. That's a child's creativity right there. Let me stick this ninja behind this mountain, and he's the protector of the mountain.
And also the marriage part, right? I was saying it was going to be all love today. Didn't know that this was going to be the first thing we'll look at, but it is indeed all love.
People in marriage. That's so great. That's awesome. I love the creativity here, and I think ultimately, like, when the game's released, the ultimate goal for the game is to appeal to all audiences. And I mean, that could be a future gamer right there. I mean, probably current gamer, but particularly like when he grows up. So really cool to see the young ones kind of getting involved with it.
That's also alpha for the parents out there. If they're lacking creativity, just loop the children in on making the maps, and I guarantee you they will come up with things that you cannot foresee.
Tio said, I am at work. Just found out about the live right now. Yeah, it's a little spontaneous just to let people know that the deadline is tonight at midnight Eastern time and to get the submissions in. Also, I don't know if I said this earlier. There's not going to be a show tomorrow. Fred will be moving, as he stated earlier. This is his last show in that apartment. I am in a wedding, which I actually have the rehearsal dinner tonight, and the wedding's out of town. So I'll be gone tomorrow as well. So there will be 24 hours of silence. Not pure silence. Obviously, we'll still kind of be around, but like we won't be on video tomorrow, reminding you, shaking you, saying don't forget to submit, texting you, whatever it is. So yeah, just keep that in mind. There will be no normal show tomorrow. Yeah, this was the little backstory on this. This was like the day that the ChatGPT got the upgrade, or at least the day that everybody noticed. And so we did like a little live session, and I prompted it to, like, you know, do Chris and Fred's live session with their little ninjas. I thought it did a great job. Like, obviously there's like very minute details that like I could have changed. That's why I posted off of my account, not the Pizza Pets, because like there's some things wrong. Like Chris Coffee could be more centered. You know, Fred kind of taught me on that, which I still would need to do, is like basically vectorize the image, and then probably I could like move Chris Coffee over if I wanted to. But we're not here to talk about AI entirely. Obviously it integrates, but that was just a little fun backstory on that live ninja session. That was a lot of fun. Tio, while you're here, yes, the high res image was enough. It really was just for like something bonus that we're doing, not bonus, but something extra you'll see later. But yeah, it's been exhausting, but overall exhilarating to create the state of Bitcoin map as my submission for Pizza Pets map competition. I was inspired by Bitcoin itself to create the map, which is why I started with Bitcoin logo and then worked my way there. So let's check it out.
Welcome everyone. This is my submission for the Pizza Pets map competition. As you can see, it's somewhat very symmetrical. Here on top, you have our frozen area with a frozen lake. At the bottom of the map, you can see a lava lake, both of them having battlegrounds above them. The other two ends of the map, you can see there's cities and there's roads surrounding the cities. Each road will lead to a specific battleground. As you can see over here on the left side, this road leads to under the bridge to this battleground. And from here to this battleground, you can actually be led to this battleground in the center of my Bitcoin logo, since Bitcoin was my biggest inspiration to create this map. The other road will take you to the bridge itself, and you can cross the bridge to get to this battleground. Same thing on this side. If you take the symmetrical road to that, you'll be led to this battleground. If you take the other road, it'll take you to this bridge, so you can be led to this battleground. Also, from each battlegrounds in the middle, you can actually walk over the bridge and cross over. That way you can get around the quicksand that is built in the middle. I hope you like the Pizza Pets map that I created. This is called the State of Bitcoin map. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy it when season 2 comes out.
I love it, man. First and foremost, one of my first thoughts is,
Other two
as somebody who's obviously done this, I like respect the water going under the bridge. Like that's kind of hard to do. Like that layering, particularly of like having that effect that the water is like underneath it. That was like one of the first things that stood out to me.
Yeah, it's very intricate. You'll not get this done in an hour.
No, yeah, I agree.
Coffee and sit down and think about it. And you clearly did, right? And you laid it out as well, Tio, in like how you started with the Bitcoin logo, which I love. That's kind of how I started too. I just thought like, okay, what's my base? And then built from there.
Yeah, the Bitcoin logo was super creative too. Making like the Bitcoin logo out of the Bitcoin blocks was super cool. It's symmetrical. It's a very well balance of elevation. I don't know what other word to use for it, but like the way that it's stacked, right? Like it makes sense for a map, like to like walk over stuff, like to walk. It seems practical, like walking over water, or like he said, like how this connects. Like you can go from this battleground to walk up, walk down, and walk to this battleground. So instead of leaving that like up to interpretation, like how are they going to get down, you know, like it was very well thought out of, oh, well, they're going to walk up here and then get down there.
Yeah, this is a very playable map.
Yes, yeah, that's what I mean. I agree. He said it took me like 10 days. Wow.
Also a good approach. Yeah, every day a bit, and then that gets you somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. Heck yeah, man. This is a great job. Phenomenal job. I think particularly people appreciated that put in the effort to do these, because it like just it really you know, if you've done it, you know how hard this is, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts, Fred?
I'm not going to name drop them here, but I have some people in the DMs saying this is much more intricate and labor intensive than they thought when they started out. And I mean, it's supposed to be, obviously it's feasible, but it's supposed to be a little challenge. This is one of the more challenging things we've put the community up to do, I feel.
It's just a fun competition too, right? It's not like, you know, we're gonna take away your ninja if you don't do this. You know, like it's just for fun, for prizes and stuff. So David said, great map, excellent work. And that's coming from somebody who also did a great map. So good job, Tio. This is super cool from Scion. This was the like using the AI to like make the immortal, and I thought this is like how cool, dude. I would buy that right now. That plushie based off the immortal.
Yeah,
so freaking cool.
We need that as a streaming backdrop. That looks sick.
Yes. Oh, I would love that. So shout out to Scion for that. That's super cool. All right. I tried to make a classic Pizza Pets Ballerina map, and our Ballerina inspired by Advanced Wars retro game. Hopefully you like it. All right.
This is my attempt on making the Pizza Pet Butter Arena map. This map is inspired by Advance
Oh, cool.
Wars
Okay.
Game Boy game, which is quite a nostalgic game for me. It is a symmetric map built with multiple obstacles and challenges that can display and show strategic thinking of the gamers. And I hope you guys like it. Thanks. This is my attempt on making the Pizza Pet Butter Arena map.
Yeah, I mean that was quick and to the point, but like, dude, you talk about symmetrical. It's like super symmetrical. Obviously, these are facing like a different. Well, no, they're both facing inward. Um, and then this is symmetrical, but with different color like different type of panels on both sides, right?
Yeah.
Um,
This gets my
yeah,
OCD going. It satisfies me. It reminds me of the Garden of Versailles, like some French Louis XIV king. But
yeah.
the Bitcoin edition is dope.
And again, going back to practicality, there's a way to get over the water or through the trees, right? Like you walk up here to get over the water and to the other side, opposed to like just leaving, opposed if this water connected or the trees connected and just kind of wondering how they get from point A to point B. This seems like a very practical battle map. Like I could totally see this being in a game. This cactus is 1 block away, and this one is 2 blocks away. So,
solid quality. This week's quality of the last day submissions is quite high, guys.
actually, yeah, it's like people like waited till last minute to like beef up the stuff. Tio said, "Thank you both for displaying and liking the map. I appreciate the help." Yes, sir. Thank you for competing. I wish you the best of luck. Good morning, GM. Sweet. I
Wow.
mean, that one was straight to the point. Let's go on to the next one. Yeah, I saw this one. This was more of like a picture thread slideshow. So they planned this out with Carson 30, I guess like another person. We did the best we could to test out the gameplay and adjust all the rules to make it all sense. Check out the video below for the rules. Okay, so this is actually in a Dropbox. I'm not going to open that while on here. No, my luck, I'll get drained. So for now, we're just going to look at the submission itself and use your imagination on the video. But it's cool that they like had all the woods and like they did like resources here. And also
Wow.
and also like blended. This might be the first time I really saw the use of like blending. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. Like you like almost didn't use all of the whoops. Almost didn't use all the blocks strategically. Austin said check the comments. Scared to open oh, he's here. Scared to open a video, a Dropbox video on freaking like on live. I gotta do my DD on that. Can you post the video? What?
Come again, Chris. You want me to post something?
I was gonna ask him to post it on X just because like I don't want to open a Dropbox file like while I'm live.
Let me see.
Oh, he said Carson posted the video. Hold on. I don't see Carson posted a video. Oh, here we go. There we go. All right, let's check this out. Dude, it's an 8-minute long video. Oh, we'll watch some of it. Maybe watch the whole. Let's see how long it retains. Dude, there's a lot of thought went into this though.
I'm Austin.
I'm Carson.
Okay.
And this is our Pizza Pet map
This is cool.
submission with rules and gameplay.
Okay.
The objective of the game is to eliminate your opponent's pets or blow up their dojo with a lava cactus bomb. This map is played 1v1 and each player has 5 pizza pets. This game mode combines Catan, Candyland, chess, search and destroy from Call of Duty, and many more, bringing the best aspects of each game together with a twist, of course, to create a unique experience while playing.
There are 7 resources located around the map, equally accessible to both sides, and each pet is associated with a specific resource.
Each turn consists of first moving the pizza pet and then performing an action such as making a bridge, making a lava cactus bomb, making arrows for your turret, and so much more.
The game starts with the person that initiated the game going first. The first person rolls the 2 dice. Each dice is labeled 1 through 6, and whatever numbers on the dice, each one of their pets can move that many spaces.
Note, moving cannot go diagonal, only left, right, up, and down.
If you are collecting resources, building, using items, it will end the movement for that pet for that turn. Each pet can only do 1 action per turn.
Towers/special blocks. Dojo turret. Has a 3-block range, does 1.5 hearts damage per turn, wastes 50% ammo per turn, and can hold 100% ammo max. The small turret has 2-block range, does 1 heart damage per turn, 50% ammo per turn, and only can hold 100% ammo max.
Quicksand takes you to your ninja or your side of the quicksand. Going into the desert from home base, you will land on the outer space of the quicksand on your side. You can go through your opponent's portal to get to their base.
Mythical Forest takes you to your ninja or to your side of the mythical forest. Going to the magma marsh, you will land on the outer space of the mythical forest on your side. You can go through your opponent's portal to get to their base.
Vault. If your opponent loots your vault, they will get 50% of your resources at random. Only can loot each vault once every 5 turns. There is 2 sides to the vault. You can't loot both from the same spot.
Note, this next section is what we use to practice the gameplay. Real game synergies and attacks may vary depending on what pets are battling and final gameplay attacks.
Health. Every pet starts with 3 hearts.
Attacks. Pets can attack on spaces left, right, up, and down, but not diagonally. This also applies to synergy attacks. Both pets have to be touching on blocks, not diagonally. When you're attacking from 2 spaces away, you do 0.5 hearts damage. When you're attacking from 1 space away, you do 1 heart damage.
Dude, this is a lot of game theory, which is like respectable.
I mean, so here's what I love about this. There's 2 types of people. You can go into this and think, oh, I don't know what the rules are. How should we do this? Or you can go full send and create the rules, right, as you go. And then you might end up inspiring some of the actual gameplay developers and designers on the team with some of the stuff that you come up with, especially if you take it from things like chess, you combine it from Catan. Obviously, Austin and Carson, those are the names if I'm correct, right? They've played these other games a lot before, so they're coming at this with some experience and some ideas for the game design, which I love.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a lot about making like spin-off games inside of our game, and that's kind of like what I would see something like this being, like how League started, how CS:GO started. Kind of like games that allow you to build out and make mini games. Like this could be one of those things that like people log on just to play this, you know? Like I mean, think like Halo or Call. I was a big FPS person, so like the amount of times I've played Halo just to play some of the maps that people built, you know, or some of the mini game modes they built. Like what was that game that was like basically like soccer, but you had like a Warhammer, and you'd play soccer with it. And there's a bunch of other like games made up like specifically for that. This is very much what that reminds me of. I'm gonna listen to the whole game theory later. I don't want to play the whole thing on stream. But really well thought out, really great job, guys. I hope that everybody can see the effort that went into this. I mean, they made a blueprint of the types of resources that go into the game. Honestly, just insane. Like this seems like the highest effort thought behind the map that I've seen yet.
Yeah, and it ties into what we were saying from the beginning. You know, you don't have to go at this alone. Go grab a friend and run this one up. And the card up top right reminds me of what you hand out in Catan in the beginning.
Yeah, very much so. Definitely, like here's your card to remember. Yeah, a lot of games have that too. These guys definitely play their fair share of board games.
Yeah.
Because there's a few board games that do that too. Great work, guys. I'll listen to the whole thing and further game theory later. I just don't want to take up too much of stream because we're doing a short one today. But like, what very well done. I'm glad I was able to find that video. I'm glad that Austin just happened to be here while I was finding the video. And even the intro, the edits, all that was freaking cool, dude. Great job. All right. Dude, side note, just like a little break, look who we got here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What you think?
It's a big one. This is a bulk. This guy has never missed out on whey protein in
I like that he seems like he can go from like a tank to like an attacker, like, based on like sort of like a metamorphosis, I guess is what you'd call it. I don't know, like kind of changing form. I don't know if that's actually going to be the battle strategy behind him or the game theory, but like just looking at it, that's what I think of. Like, do I want to play him as defense or do I want to play him as attack? And usually every game kind of has that one or two interchangeable characters.
He's like that one guy in high school, who used to be really big, but then started going to the gym and just got really buff.
Oh, yeah. That's a quick glow up from here to here. Heck yeah, I love it. And also, check this one out. Just like a cool little gif of a Flamora chugging some beer. Sweet. So let's see what else we got. We have a couple more. The Gauntlet. Welcome to the Gauntlet, a battlefield built for pure head-on confrontation. No hiding, no shortcuts, just a relentless clash for supremacy. The only way to destroy your opponent's tower is to go straight through them. Strategy is everything. Will you charge forward in all-out assaults or hold back defenders to protect your base? Every decision is a gamble in this high-stakes showdown. Adding to the challenge, the Myth Tails stand as a fierce guardians of the Central Pass, making the coveted Bitcoin tiles even harder to reach. To aid their journey, each player starts with 4 vaults, each containing a random artifact that could turn the tide of the battle. Do you have what it takes to conquer the Gauntlet and claim the ultimate victory? So let's check it out. Super simple and straightforward, but again, I like this, right? Like this is like this reminds me. Again. I keep on going back to FPS because I've played FPSs, but like Rust on Call of Duty, that's the town that's like known for being extremely small, but people love to play it because it's like really quick games, really sweaty. Like you're in, you're out, you die, you don't. That's what it reminds me of, like a side game to where it's just like super quick. So this is creative, right? Like it's an angle that we haven't really we have seen. I think who was it? One of our ninjas. It might have even been Shen. Did like a sort of boat style.
I think it was probably MigV, if I don't mistake it here.
MigV, you're right. Yeah, it did like a boat style. So this is really cool. What do you think, Fred?
Man, I love these because you need the quick ones. If I contrast this to Austin and Carson's game, I wanna be prepped if I go into Austin and Carson's game. It takes me some time to strategize. With this one, it feels like, okay, I only got an hour or a little bit more. Let me run this one up with a friend and see who wins. So we need those, and that's why I love the diversity of the submissions.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. And usually I like playing this type of games that you like learn quick and you play quick. I like that they like intentionally left out tiles. Like we haven't seen that a lot either. Like you see this gap right here and this gap right here. Like to kind of like add theory to the map, they intentionally like added or took away those tiles. I think that's really cool. Could probably have tried to level this a little better, but yeah, I mean this is really freaking cool. I like what they did here. Sweet. These are just like deadline reminders, like So nobody can say that we didn't try. You've been getting pinged in the Discord. You've been getting pinged on Twitter. If you're not in the Discord, hop in there, especially if you have a Pizza Pet or a Pizza Ninja. But deadline on Monday, deadline on Monday, deadline on Monday, deadline on midnight, deadline on midnight, deadline on midnight, and then it's gonna be a 24-hour voting. So just so everybody knows. All right, so we got Manny here. Built by my 13-year-old. Don't worry, I haven't told him everything that we feed our Pizza Pets with.
Fam, here's our submission for the pizza. Hello, Pizza Pets fam. Here's our submission for the Pizza Pets map competition. This masterpiece was built by my 13-year-old. And don't worry, I haven't shown him everything that we can feed Pizza Pets.
Can we take a moment to just like appreciate that like 13-year-olds are learning pretty advanced techniques in Figma from building fun little Pizza Pet maps?
Yeah, that was my main critique of like high school and college, is how detached from reality my education was. But I get really happy to see that, you know, tools like Figma already get taught to like 13-year-olds. I think that's the future.
Getting taught through Pizza Pets. This might have been his first time ever touching Figma, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really cool.
Yet, he has designed a carefully thought-out map featuring multiple biomes, each suited for different types of Pizza Pets. The main turrets are strategically placed on high ground for better defense, while secondary turrets are spread across various zones. Mining areas are available on both sides of the map, giving players access to essential resources. One side of the map has city and village zones, while the other features volcanic terrain and icy mountain regions. Chests and vaults are biome-specific, meaning loot changes based on where they are. Snow biome? Expect frosty items. City zone? Think electric gear. The central high ground is key. Dominate it to grab top-tier loot and gain the upper hand on your opponent. Now, for a bit of lore, if you raid the small village and try to destroy one of the huts, you'll be met by the mayor, who will plead for mercy and offer you a hidden loot, a vault, and access to the mining site. And don't miss the village's Try Me Luck Pond. Toss an item in, and there's an 85% chance you'll get one item of equal rarity and a 15% chance to get something even better in the next Bitcoin block. But watch out. Your opponent can counter your move and block your reward entirely. Thanks for checking out our Pizza Pets map. We had a blast making it.
I love that. Shirty Balls. Yeah, we watched more than half the video and commented a lot on it and went through all of it. So yeah, thank you for posting the whole thing. I thought at first it was just in a Dropbox file, and being in Web3, you know, I just don't necessarily like to download things, particularly without being, you know, like doing my due diligence first, like being on live stream and quickly being like, oh, cool, it's clearly this Dropbox file. But yeah, I got it. So Fred, what's up, man? What's your thoughts?
Dude, my favorite part about this is the lore, clearly. The pond, the Try Me Luck Pond, and then the mayor pleading for mercy. That's creative as hell. So
the kids are so creative.
Go on.
I kind of like that he just like blurred out everything that he wasn't talking about too. I thought that was like a cool little aspect of it, you know?
Yeah, man. This is definitely like the fruit of quality time between father and son, I feel.
I love it. Yeah. If my kids were slightly older, I would have loved to do this. Tia said the tag name Sweaty Balls. I was trying to speak that language, whatever, like that usually spells things like that. Like I was thinking like sketty. And I'm gonna try it. Yeah.
Commented to make Chris pronounce Sweaty Balls on streams.
Yeah. It's not my first time. It is actually. So yeah, this is cool. I really like that the father and son, you know, both got involved. I thought he did a great job. And again, going back to the fact that a 13-year-old using Figma to create Pizza Pets maps kind of touches my heart a little bit. And all the rest of them, I think we covered last stream, because our last stream was last Tuesday. And no, I think there's a few more, but let me see. Oh, by the way, if you have a pizza pet, you're eligible for this. All you have to do is go into the Eden Discord and claim it. So don't miss that. If you had a pizza pet, shout out to David. David's was one of my favorites. I'm gonna have to really like think, dude, on my favorites because
It's not easy.
no, it's not. And obviously I'll be voting from the team and from the like Pizza Ninjas. And yeah,
I personally
it's
I can speak just for what I would be voting for. I love when people go ballistic on effort and lore and just, what Austin did with Carson. Obviously, that's a whole, that's almost another level because that's a team effort. So that's also something to consider. But yeah, there's going to be, I think, a handful, 5 submissions or so, where I'm going to have a tough time ranking because they're top of the charts, top of the heat. Chris, did we cover Samir's submission? I just see that in the doc here, number 13.
let me check. It was one of the earlier ones. I think we did, but why not look at it again? It's kind of short. There we go. Oh, dude, it wasn't playing.
No,
I just
it wasn't.
realized that. I was just watching the whole time. Okay. It basically just went over the map with that music that I just played. I don't know if you heard the music. Could you hear the music?
No, wasn't sure if we had
Ah.
covered this one, but if you say that was one of the earlier ones. Oh, now the classical music.
Yeah, I just watched the whole thing. I thought it was playing. That's funny. Yeah, it's just this. Not to be downplayed. Again, anybody who went into Figma and figured this out, shout out to you. And yeah, Samir got in there early, so that helped too with a lot of the impressions. So I think that's it. If you missed the beginning of this space, because we're coming up on the hour and 3 minutes, one of the most important things is to get your map submitted by midnight Eastern time tonight. We kind of got the prize breakdown in there. Voting will be open for 24 hours. After voting closes, it will be winners will be announced on the Ordinal Show on Wednesday. So, any final thoughts, Fred?
Chris, let's hit them with the time of the Ordinal Show too. It's usually in the morning Eastern, isn't it?
Yes, it will obviously notify you, and we have your BTC ordinal addresses. We have your Taproot addresses from Block Survey, so like, you're not gonna miss it. But just to be 100% sure you don't miss it, you need to be at the Ordinal Show, which is they do a different time on Wednesdays. They do Mondays, so let me just make sure. It's going to be at 6:30 Eastern time, so it's going to give you the anticipation of half the day, full day for some, on Wednesday. So just to be transparent and clear, don't expect to wake up on Wednesday morning and know whether you won or not. But we'll have a voting open for a minimum of 24 hours. Now the deadline will be sharp tonight on submissions, midnight Eastern time. After that, we're not accepting any more submissions. So if you're thinking about doing it because you think you will be able to place one of those categories, or if you're thinking about doing it because you want to just participate or you want a chance to win that random draw immortal, whatever your reason is, get it in by midnight Eastern time.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Shout out to everybody we went over on the show today. They're all really cool and unique in their own ways. Shout out to chat, David, Tio, Austin. Glad Austin was here earlier. we did play a full game and are working on how we can share the map so you guys can play as well. Oh, what? That's so cool. Yeah, I'm gonna share that. I'm gonna share that with the team. Shout out to Shin, shout out to Tio. Yeah, definitely. And also shout out to Tiny Vikings. You guys made a big presence at Ordinals Lisbon last year, which, by the way, we'll be in Lisbon again this year. We kind of hosted the Ordinal side of it, and that's coming up. I think, actually, I'm going to go ahead and share that before we conclude. I think it's, I don't want to say the name wrong. Hold on. Or the date wrong. Ordinals Lisbon, June 4th. And we do have a Twitter account for it. And it's right here. It's affiliated with Pizza Ninjas, Ninja Alerts Corp. Yeah. So June 4th. And we got all of that updated and ready for you. If you're a ninja, don't worry, you're going to be hooked up. And we will see you guys. I'll post it live on my page. Sick. I'll check that out. I'll check that in a bit. We are on the hour.